Hello boys and girls, my name is Koyoshi and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of Pokémon Legends Z-A for Nintendo Switch 2, where in the last videos we finally managed to finish the storyline of the DLC. The sun is also going to be setting soon. Before it does, let's do a challenge against our rival, because my rival also has a challenge as well as which is likely a Pokemon Battle challenge. So yeah, since we're done with a lot of things in this game, we're gonna mostly be focusing on the side missions now. Hey, I was tidying up AZ's room and found something interesting. It's called a prison bottle. What's wrong, Hoopa? Could hearing about that bottle have frightened you? Oh, something went happen. I wonder what could be the matter. Hey, emergency. This weird distortion suddenly appeared. There's some bizarro energy pouring out of it. It doesn't seem to account to the Robega evolution, but still, whatever's at the center of that power makes my hair stand on end. The center? Something deep inside the distortion, right where the energy readings are the strongest. It looks like Hoopa. Better get on this. Get surveying. What in the world is going on? Seriously, Tony Kiyoshi? I'm fearing whatever Hoopla has Hoopla so afraid is somehow related to that strange distortion. It seems uneasy at the mere mention of another Hoopla. I hear you. Since it affects Hoopla, let's consider this request as coming from Ansha. My gut tells me you should hold on to the spirit ball just in case, and my gut is right about 20% of the time, huh? Alright, perhaps you should get your gut checked. I say you better go scope out the distortion. Hopefully I could put Hoopa at ease too. Alright. So now we start to get into some interesting side missions finally. Lots of them start getting tough from here on out, and some of them are even big Pokemon battles that are not normal at all. So we need to start once again putting more better berries into our donuts again. Let's try making a mostly yellow donut. Has yellow arms on it, since that's the main thing we're after. And then Bitter's already strong, so we can host a strong, so we can make that too to make a good donut with some defensive stats. This is the one we'll use against whoever is inside there. Makes you gain Mega Power a lot faster, huh? That's pretty much what I was going for on that one. But yeah, I hope you guys don't like other stuff, or make mind repetition, rather, because we're back to Side Mission Simulator, the video game again. To be fair, it's not going to be super boring this time. They changed the way Hyperspace Survey works, and now we just going to do our missions and do other setups as they come out, so we can keep running Hyperspace 5-star Wild Zones occasionally to get even more points done. Because there are only ways of getting in some of the stronger Pokemon, and unlike others, we're going to try to clear that out as much as we can. I'm probably not going to make it to the spot that is where we need to go to the side mission, because clearly I don't know what to, well, that is make it before nightfall, so we're just gonna make it night anyway, so it doesn't interrupt us later. That way, if it does spawn a battle zone, we can just remove it instantly. I guess we should also check. Considering we're so low on different Pokemon we can catch now, it's recommended to just look around occasionally and make sure that we are looking at every wild zone. It's random how many show up and how many battle zones show up instead of wild zones, so there's some important things to note. Okay, it didn't spawn right on the mission. We're good. That didn't work at all, okay. I guess we're going up here. This is still mostly a semi-vine playthrough, like, other than the cheat stuff I looked at just to make it easier, and obviously needing to consult a guide to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. Actually, doing the missions has mostly been done as a blind playthrough still. Same goes for the storyline. I didn't actually get spoiled on any of the storyline. Except for just figuring out what to do with that specific mid-fashion donut that I had not yet to get. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, it's another one of those classic troll side missions that makes you climb up every single wall and sometimes even run into wild alphas. I'll just get to one specific area. Alright. Once again, a very forced unorthodox way to get to a side mission. It would be so much easier if they just didn't put these kind of missions in, because it would be so much easier to get to. So you better believe I'd be saving my progress in case so I can immediately retry again. The question is, what is this thing actually? What is the thing we're gonna even be fighting? Is it supposed to be an alpha or something else? I think I have an idea. I did kind of look a little bit, but beyond that, it's gonna be up to me to decide what I think I should use. Well, anyway, I guess the difference is we need this if it's Mega Power, so we can quickly keep our Mega Form active at all times. Also, I forgot, Mega Crab Bomb though, we got its Mega Stone directly, so we could have been using it all the time. I don't know why I forgot about it. I just couldn't find it anywhere. Oh, yeah, we have a battle. Now, this is one of the first what we will probably call the Super Boss Pokemon, basically. This is Hoopla Unbound, and I heard he's really scary, so this is no mistake it. That right there in front of you must be Hoopla, but it's not the same as Ansha's little buddy. It's on a different level of power. Watch out! Alright. Okay, it just goes straight in. How bad is this gonna be, I wonder? We can't even catch it right away. So we're gonna need to use Mega Power, probably, and just win to catch it. Yeah. I might use my first two Pokemon to try and defeat it without using items, but if it starts going any bad, I'm probably gonna just start reviving them whenever they die. I saved a bunch of revives just for this part. I didn't say we weren't going to use IMs. Okay, well, it looks like Extra Drill did his thing. That's why we buffed him up. He has one of the highest DPSs in the game, so he's really great for tough story content like that. Whoa. Did you just defeat that hyperspace version of Hoopla? I sure did, Tawny. That was surprisingly easy. It helps that Extra Drill has some defense. Okay, now we have to use this prison bottle thing. Oh, so we don't even have to catch it, we just automatically get it. But yeah, this is supposed to be one of the many super bosses in the game, basically. But because we know how to make donuts by now, we can use that to launch it, and that's been bound. Hoopla seems ready to admit to fit. Oh, we have to check on it first. We have to talk to it, apparently. It seems like this one wants to go with me. Okay, well, that didn't take too long. That was 1-0 us down just like that. So there's a pair. They have a pair now. I did a little more research on Hoopla and the prison ball while you were out investigating. It seems like the prison ball was used long ago to clamp down Hoopla's power so it wouldn't go rampaging on nowhere. The form of Hoopla you battled in hyperspace is called Hoopla Unbound. That's how it looked before its powers were sealed away. Apparently, my Hoopla takes the form known as Hoopla Confined. The wild thing is, the prison ball doesn't just seal Hoopla's powers, it can unseal them too. You can use it to change Hoopla Combined into Hoopla Unbound. Though anxious Hoopla doesn't seem to be a fan of the prison ball, so it probably won't change forms anytime soon. That's right, please don't go waving the prison ball at my fur Hoopla. I'm glad we found out about it. Now I know so much more about Hoopla than ever before. Cool. And that is how we register Hoopla into the Pokédex. Like I said, lots of different Pokemon are about to get registered in the Pokédex as we start doing more and more of these side missions. Beyond that, there really is no other reason to do anything else right now. If we want to really make any significant progress, we're mostly just better off doing the other side missions. And then focusing on hunting down the side missions by doing other stuff. I like how it still says keep Valley on the Infinite CA Royale, but now it's grayed out. So I guess it stayed blue because apparently you needed to do 15 battles for a different task anyway. Reward matches, that is. Okay. What about this one? I hate to spring this on you, but I need your help finding someone. I'm looking for a trainer who uses dragon types, whose partner is a Dragonite. Person is tall and has green hair. Probably looks pretty wild and tough like a street fighter. One who fits that description, please let me know. Based off of all the settings and person who has Dragonite as a partner, that could probably only mean one thing. It's actually a rival that we've met a long time ago, that you should all be very familiar with now. LeBlanc. It's more than likely LeBlanc. Since she typically lives in Hotel Rishve, we'll check that first. Because she could be pretty much anywhere beyond that. It's sometimes she'll be maybe somewhere else. I know I've seen, like, our trainers move somewhere else. Alright, so now we just talk to her directly. Something happened. And alright, looks like we found her indeed. What are you wearing? Who cares what I'm wearing? It's none of your business. Yeesh, talk about tactless. If something's never changed. Good to see you again, Marcia. Pokemon and I have been training tirelessly to finally take you down, LeBlanc. Training's hard, a given for any fighter worth their salt. I've gotten stronger too. Oh, I'm counting on it. I'll beat you anyway. That way you'll have to make good on my promise. LeBlanc, you know I cannot allow you to participate in an extracurricular non-SBC activities. Not without me, of course. What? Well, you got a score to settle on the battlefield, lady, so let's stay out of the way. If you wish to battle LeBlanc, you'll need my permission to do so. You have but one option. Team up with Koyoshi and battle us together. Ooh. Well, that turned into a fight almost immediately. So, we were just trying to help her out, and then we get dragged into a double battle just like that. Do we even have a Mega form ready? I do. So we're gonna use that instantly. And do what we've already been doing, just charging in right away. Okay. Okay, now we need to wait for Clefable to Mega Evolve, and then we'll get rid of her first so we can have only one trainer attacking us at once. So it's kind of a lot like the other battles we were doing, but they have a much different partner this time. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. He's very resistant. He always protects first. So she still keeps the AI from earlier. She still keeps that strat from earlier where she always uses protect when her big comes out. So we need to typically use something else first before using head. Does he also do that? Nope. In fact, we took him out before he can do much of anything. Wonderfully done. It seems you pair perfectly with any partner. You got me, Marcia. I could tell how hard you've been training. Well, that was interesting. You're key about all that training, huh? Told you so. Thought I admit this victory was largely thanks to Koyoshi, though. Still, win's a win, and a deal's a deal. Now you have to fulfill the promise you made. Babunk, partner with me? Source of really hot likes of Mka. Yeah, about that. I already got a partner. I'm sorry, but that's one promise I just can't keep. You partnered up with Gwen. Yeah, you partnered up with Gwen, or did I imagine it? Told you, that was... I did that for Miss Ansha's benefit. Let's see how it is. I guess I took so long training and missed my shot, huh? No worries, I get it. And Mabunk, that outfit looks good on you. Thanks for your help, Yoshi. So I went for all that, and she didn't even accomplish her goal. Anyway, where am I gonna find a good partner? Okay. I know that that was supposed to be a puzzle of some sorts, but in reality, that was pretty simple. I like how, by the way, I've never actually used the mastery move, or whatever, Seeds of Mastery to make a move mega yet. I honestly don't want to find out where to go for that, because it might actually be more interesting to be it without those moves, since we don't really use TMs that much anyway. So, does it really matter in the long run? Anyways, once we start defeating more of these side missions, we'll start getting through stuff. I wasn't kidding, though, when I said that after running that tough Lucario DLC, though, that most of the hard stuff is done. Because now the only hard stuff left, we're able to use our full party for it. So that was like the last solo challenge that I was really worried about. I do think if you don't know what you're doing, it's definitely like the ultimate challenge of the game. Is there any other games? I don't know. If you know what to do, it's pretty simple. It was just harder for me to time. That's actually why I switched to have Lucario use Protect instead. It worked better. Alright, another side mission. Yoshi, yes. Do you remember I'm the representative of the Luminose Safety Group? My name's Gardy. I wish we had met under better circumstances. It wasn't exactly decorous to surround the CEO of Corsicato Inc. and pelt accusations at her. For our group, please accept our most sincere apologies. We can't protect Luminose's integrity and matters if we can't maintain our own after all. Peace and calm on our city citizens is the Luminose Safety Group's North Star. Fortunately, that piece of calm is now under threat once more. There's a popular channel online called Hex Maniac Channel that's been sharing videos about occult phenomena. Last, their content is to stir discontent in our fair city. And no wonder they make terrifying claims. For example, there's a ghostly woman haunting a building on North Bovine. If they're spreading misinformation, then they'll be hearing from us in no uncertain terms. We just need to catch them peddling a baseless rumor. For that, we need you to investigate one of their posts, Koyoshi. These are recent posts of theirs. That should give you a lead to follow. At the hour when the grandest shadow tip pierces the center of the circle of red and white, they who dare thrust their fist towards the earth may find a ghostly child creeping near. True, find out for yourself if you dare. Truth is in the eye of the beholder, and nothing else. There you have it. Could they be telling the truth, or they all make it up for the cloud? Please look into us I'm sure you can do it. I will say, though, if you are worried, this is the last set of normal side missions left. Since we've been staying top on them, finishing the main storyline of the DLC added in the last bit of side missions for us to do. After that, it'll be done for a while. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I want to get another one of those 5-star Wild Zones done, but I don't want to do it with nothing. I still need to get Fungus after. Actually, wait, I just realized we did just get a Fungus, so before we do that, we should actually check it. Unless we don't have that quest anymore. No, it's Feebas and some Viper, actually, we need. Neither of which we have. Yeah, okay, well, alright. I'm still trying to look for some of those. I think those will be in the earlier ride zones, so... remember when I said there was, like, a big trick you can do and other stuff? Well, it's bench spamming. Well, or I guess you could call it bench warming if you want to make it like that. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're just gonna... Because we don't have time to set up things, but also want to do a 5-star Wild Zone, we're just gonna spam this until we actually get a question mark that we need. There's also certain specific ones we could go after, because one of them does require us to get the other evolution of Debt, which I still don't know if there's like a trade that would allow us to do it. I know you could just trade for that, but I already did most of the trading before. Okay, there was nothing there, so we're gonna just do it again. After doing this one more time, well, this time rather, if it's still not done by then, we're just gonna keep refreshing. See, this is when it gets really awkward. Like, once you're down to just 1 or 2 specific Pokemon, keep in mind, you could have gotten these at any time. Like, whenever the side mission appears, is usually around the time where you can... Okay, well, we finally found something there. Right as I was about to switch, of course, now I find a question mark Pokemon. So, this is where we're going now. I do not trust the side catch rate. In fact, I want to see... Medium. Okay, it is not small, which is good. Small makes it much harder to find the Pokemon you're after, or so I've learned. This one, though, doesn't have that problem, and because we have a 3-star donut, that'll be plenty of survey time for now. Some of these don't even have, like, flavors and stuff. We don't have a great one there. This should be more than enough, though. We also still have a cherry rainbow donut. I think that's for, like, going into one of those secret ones. I think we might have already wasted to get in there, though, so that might be there. If you're wondering what the cherry rainbow donut is saved for, is there may be another side mission that requires you to go into a hyperspace wild zone, but does not allow you to do other stuff. Okay. How do we even know if they're undetected? If they can't see and attack us directly anyway to begin with. That's a real confusing part here. Oh, it's our Feebas. Oh, I see. This is our Feebas. Seems to already know we're here. We're gonna try a different one. I think by catching Undetecta means we could try hitting them in the back mainly. Okay. Well, that was good. We got that done pretty quickly. We still need the tasks for doing the survey, though. It's so easy. We could probably just use standard Pokeballs on him. Alright. Well, this is a pretty tame Wild Zone so far. No aggressive Pokemon at all, and we got access to another 5-star Wild Zone. Because we're not knowledgeable of them, we should probably just go into every 5-star Wild Zone via counter for now, because they could have all sorts of different things. From extra moves to potentially a special item we're looking for, and it's random each time, so there's knowing which one you get until you see it the first time. And also, we're after these balls so we can keep getting more stuff. These floating mills we need for collecting more items. I just realized we could probably have to go again, though, after we evolved it from Gimme Goal, if we just not evolved it and just kept it in our party forever, but because we're going for all the side missions, we pretty much had no choice but to return it. If we wanted to get 100% on the side missions at the very least. If you wonder why I stay in these for longer, it's usually to get those golden balls, which are stuff. As for experience, oh, that's been a non-issue for a very long time, though. You probably remember that usually there's this thing where you gain experience and do stuff, and it's kind of active before you get into the DLC. It's on and takes about a fair time, and also gets pretty slow towards the end, like you would expect from almost any Pokemon game. But this game is special because once this came out, yeah, you could probably get a Pokemon from level 1 to level 100 in literally instant, because not only does this game help you with settings, but it kind of calculates exactly how much XP you would need to level up based on that, and then you could just keep using smaller heat candies, so you use as little as possible. It makes it so much easier to just instantly using that stuff. Anyways, you get so many of those for no apparent reason from just doing these wild zones over and over again that by the end of these, at first, you'll be struggling to catch the Pokemon, but once you actually start leveling up your Pokemon, you'll find you can hit 100 pretty fast with this. And it's recommended to be level 100, otherwise you won't really have a chance to do the wild zones. That's actually why I initially didn't want to go in them at first. But things have changed. If I were to redo this again, I'd probably not even go for the objectives and just focus on getting Pokeballs, the floating Pokeballs that give stuff in the early game. Then once we get that, we can get a Hyper and some berries eventually, and from there it just kind of skyrockets from there. Anyway, we do want to escape this, so let me out, please. And there we go. Now we have enough to... Hard work is much appreciated. I've earned enough points. We are ready to conduct a special exam. If you don't mind, come along to the boss's office. So every time you have to do a special scam, you have to go all the way to Syndicate office every time you want to do that. A little tedious, but it's for 100%ing the game, so we need to do it at least a few times. We'll get some of our survey back too, just for doing the 5-star. Alright. I wonder if we can reset what we get or not. But for now, I don't really care. I'm going to have you to ask you to keep up with the hyperspace survey. What am I saying? If you think you've given enough points, then we need to go to Flippy. Do you want me to run a special scan? Yes. Performing special scan now. Doesn't save yet. Ah, here it is. Whoa, many question marks popped up all of a sudden. Many question marks. Is it always like that, though? You never know. What's good is you can do these whenever you want. You can even get points during the other ones, but you can only have one otherwise open at once. Of course, we're going to go into it to see what we can accomplish in another 5-star Wild Zone, because we need to get all of the different Pokemon collected at some point. Some can only be gotten through these, it seems like. Oh, another classic that makes this walk literally all the way through another Wild Zone just to get to it. Those are my least favorite, when you have to go for those somewhat dangerous Wild Zones just to get to a spot where you can find one specific Pokemon. Of course, because they save, though, if we ain't, it doesn't change anything, really. It's ice. It's specifically ice, so we need either a fire or a fighting type, so Lucario's probably best to run here then, for safety. What did I even get, dude? I was not even close to that mine, and they just decided to come here. Right. We're using this vein, which actually is catching power ice. I didn't notice until just now when I looked at it, so it'll be perfect for this otherwise very tough 5-star Wild Zone. Like I said, some of the harder Pokemon start getting so tense to the point where trying to catch them normally will seem impossible. And yeah, I did also Master Ball someone to try and skip it. Because of that, it's recommended that you probably keep actually refreshing your buildings, and you could save before donuts get created, so you could also just keep doing that to reload the powers until you get something with catching power. Then once you actually get something with catching power, you just have to keep retrying it over and over again. Okay, well, we need to catch a whopping 7 Pokemon in here, which will take quite a bit to do. There's another one just chilling in the back that I didn't even notice. There's just ice moving in. Just not even attacking Mr. Rantley, just doing other stuff instead. Okay, well, we got them all. Alright, we need to kind of focus down all these other Pokemon that are very near. I think they purposely have it so where all of the Pokemon are shadowed except one. So you don't actually know what to see until you actually go in the area for the first time. It's one of those teleport through the wall ones. Okay, we have quite a few of them. So it's innocent to pass that we're mostly after. Wow. Okay, we get to try this on quite a few of them. This couple are failing, but we got a couple enough there now. We probably won't catch any more now. Some of these tankier ones too, we need to, I say as I just throw a Pokemon away anyway. Okay, we got a decent amount of them. It didn't say catch rock type Pokemon though. Does that mean we have to catch that ice ray from earlier? Guess we're gonna try that on. Yeah, Avalug's Ice Rock. That makes sense. Wouldn't have worked otherwise. We'll just heal up just in case we find something else. Probably don't need to anymore. Good. We not only accomplished our objectives, but got most of the major Pokemon that we needed to catch. I think as a big, however, I think it always does the shadow effect and not anything else. That's it. They decided to hide it behind the visual wall just to make it extra harder. But, oh well, we got it done. Is what it is. We did get a couple of new ones, I think. Beyond that, it's kind of random, actually, what appears here. It's even more random than the other stuff that we got. Also, I think we need it to be specifically fire type for the item we're looking for to even appear at all. Okay. Alright. So to say, please don't spawn us into a side mission early. We just want to do something else. I got it. Let's do this other side mission instead. We're probably going to keep doing them until we encounter one that gives us more points. A Pokemon I've never seen before appeared, and I don't know what to make of it. It looks squishy yet somehow sturdy. It might cut out one of those distortion things I've been hearing about. There, that's the Pokemon. No. Face it off, I'm worried it just come back and cause more trouble. Do you think you can catch it? Alright. This cell weird thing might be a legendary Pokemon. Oh boy. Alright. How about instead of doing that, we do the other one that we already did before that we were waiting on. You also need to figure out the stealthy shadow. That should be one that we do next too. Alright, let's give this Feebas over then, since we immediately got it. And then there's a survivor we also have to get from the random zones as well. Another one we're just gonna have to keep refreshing until it appears. Yes. It asks which one I want to give, This one, in that case. It's a Feebas. Wow, thanks. Hope we get along swimmingly, Feebas. Okay. And for that, we get a Prism Scale, which I think is what we need to evolve Feebas as well. Should actually try that right now. I believe it needs to hold the item first, and then it'll evolve. Okay, I think I actually triggered the effect. I mean, it makes sense that we also have to level it up a bit. Or Might actually be a link trade one that we didn't know about. It would make sense, but originally it also wasn't a link trade Pokemon. Instead, it was something else. Anyway, I gave it the Crimson Scale to hold anyways, and I'm gonna move it over to my secret part. We are already almost filled up with Pokemon again. Great. Yeah, it's starting to leak into our other areas, which we need to keep protected. Because this area is the one that we have most of our main Pokemon in, as well as some evolutions we've done already. Alright, I thought that was it, but probably be better to not waste time looking that out yet. But we are going to, however, save the game, because it's that time again to end the episode time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to probably be focusing on shy visits mostly now, so we can get all those done, because that's one of the main things I want to get done. Once those are done, we have a more clear path to getting the Pokédex completed. Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.